Welcome back. February is Black History Month, and here at Eyewitness News, we want to honor those who paved the way for civil rights and equality.
R.C. Wilson and Nicholas Strange are here to discuss the influence of African-American soldiers. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Sure.
So you guys have an event coming up. Let's start by talking about that.
The event is Saturday at Memorial Hall, which is located at 211 North Main Street here in Rockford. And the program starts at 1 o'clock and will end somewhere around 4:30 or thereabouts.
Okay, and what exactly will that program entail?
I'm glad you asked. I brought a little dialogue.
Okay.
We will have a typical kind of military starting invocation. We'll have the national anthem. We'll have a welcome by myself and State Senator Steve Stallman, Maurice West, and if there's others that show up from the city and or the county, I will recognize them for doing as well. And this year, for the first time, we're involved with a project from Heartland, which is what Nicholas has brought to this group. I've been the chairman of this event since 2008, and we did some things that were good for people in this locale. One is we brought the Tuskegee Airmen here for a number of years.
Cool.
And we used to have a two-day event at Memorial Hall. On the Saturday, we would have like the Tuskegee Airmen, and then on Sunday, we'd have other groups. And then we got started with bringing the Montford Point Marines to Rockford. I don't know if you're aware of those guys. They were an all-black Marine group that fought in World War II in the Pacific. And we had a combination of the two for a number of years, the Tuskegee Airmen Saturday and the Montford Point Marines Sunday. And then in the last 3 to 5 years, we instilled bringing people that were Korean vets. We brought Vietnam era vets. And this year, again, with Nicholas' input, we decided to bring them aboard because, one, he's dealing with young people. And the focus has always been to try to reach out to young people so that they can realize that there are some things that African Americans did do in the last 50, 60 years.
Okay, Nicholas, what is your involvement in this program? Can you kind of talk about that and the importance? I know you mentioned it about bringing the young people in and celebrating Black History Month.
Yeah, the program's the Heartland Veteran Project, and basically what we do is we interview veterans. So over the past 10 years, we've interviewed over 200 veterans, and then our students take those interviews and they make them into short documentaries. So we've done over 150 documentaries. We've uploaded them to YouTube, and it's just really to help share the stories of our veterans and the sacrifices that they've made. And this year we've chosen 4 of the veterans that we've interviewed, and we're going to share part of their story with everybody at the event. So we're going to show 4 clips from those individuals. We're going to have the kids talk about how they connected with their stories, and we're going to recognize those individuals.
I love that. If someone is watching this and wants to see some of those documentaries, you mentioned that they're on YouTube. What can people search to try to find those?
Heartland Veteran Project.
Heartland Veteran Project.
So, yep, and they're up there and they're kind of sorted out. So we've interviewed, veterans from World War II all the way to the current conflicts. And we're excited to, pair up with, for this event, being Black History Month. To me, a hero is somebody who's kind of finds himself in a circumstance and they do what's right to fight for, the correct ideals and morals. And you've seen that with African Americans throughout history. I mean, every single war we fought, and African Americans have played a very important role in those wars. And then for a lot of them, unfortunately, when those wars were done, they came back and they had to continue the fight at home for civil rights. So we think it's very important to talk about those issues and for the people to understand. And, that stuff really connects with the younger generation, too.
Absolutely. Just to recap real quick, when and where is this event?
It is at Veterans Memorial Hall, 211 North Main Street, Rockford, Illinois. Program starts at 1 o'clock Saturday.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you so much, and
Sure.
thanks for joining us today.
Sure.
Of course,
No
we'll post all of this information on our website, mystateline.com. We'll be right back.